63 new charges. Yes, you heard it right. NBA Youngboy has been slapped with a total of 63 new felonies, stemming from suspicion of identity fraud, forgery, weapons, and drug offenses, where he was believed to be posing as a fake doctor, calling in for fraudulent prescription pills using real doctors' names, and would even use fake patient names and birth dates to get the pills that was needed from multiple different pharmacies, which doesn't look or sound good at all for Youngboy considering he's already on probation. Not only that, but as we all know, he's been on house arrest since October 2021 from his federal gun case, and now it only seems like that things are going to get worse for him with this whole situation happening. And on one hand, I often question these rich rapper celebrities and wonder why is it so hard for guys like Kodak Black, NBA Youngboy, and Tekashi 6ix9ine to stay out of jail. I get that they came from a rough upbringing and were accustomed to a certain lifestyle, but arrest after arrest after arrest after arrest, and you start to question, do these guys enjoy being locked up more than having freedom?
Yep.
In the circumstance of NBA Youngboy's situation and the whole Fed case he's been fighting since damn near the beginning of the decade, true freedom seems like a far cry to him at this point in his life, and sadly it's more than likely going to stay that way for a very long time. And I often wonder, for guys like Youngboy with a lengthy criminal history that dates as far as back as their youthful childhood and adolescence, plays a part in the continuous trouble that occurs today with the harsh sentencing he's received. Like NBA Youngboy, Meek Mill was also very troubled at a young age, growing up in the gritty streets of Philly, where he would be in and out of jail constantly as a young teen for minor misdemeanors and petty charges. But in January 2007, at the age of 18, Meek would get arrested by Philadelphia's Narcotic Fields Unit after he was caught by an informant a day prior selling crack. And to make things worse, while his place was being raided for his arrest, one of the officers claimed that Meek was pointing a gun at him during their dispute, which in turn would cause the officers to use violent force towards Meek, using his head as a battering ram to open the door to find a stash of cash of money him and his cousin William Bailey made, while William claimed that the police out the gate came in and punching and kicking Meek. But regardless on what really happened, Meek would spend several months in the county prison and would face 19 counts of gun and drug charges, where he would be found guilty of 7 of them, with 4 pertaining gun possession, and would be sentenced 2 years in the county prison and 8 years of probation. Yes, 8 whole years of probation. Sounds kinda familiar, don't it? Almost like they're waiting for him to mess up again, even if it takes damn near 10 years to. But once Meek got out after serving a 2-year prison sentence, it was almost like a bittersweet moment, cause on one hand, you're not waking up in a cell every day being told when to eat, when to shower, or when to go to sleep. But then again, Meek still had 8 years of probation, still under the supervision of the law at his own place, while still having a curfew, still having weekly checkups with his PO, still not being allowed to be around certain people. Sounds kind of familiar, right?
Shut up, man. Let's go down.
I brought up Meek Mill's situation to point out the major similarities that him and Youngboy has in the legal system. And before you comment saying that their criminal cases aren't the same, trust me, I already know that and understand that everybody's situation is different. And in this case, Youngboy's freedom might be more at jeopardy considering that he's going against the feds. But unconventional lengthy sentences has also been a harsh reality for his life also. And with new charges he get accused of on a yearly basis, I don't really see him escaping this entrapped system unless he's doing real prison time. And a lot of people won't feel bad for him, cause being objective here, Youngboy has had countless amounts of second chances that a regular guy can never afford. He's violated probations, he's been on a high-speed chase with a helicopter in K9, he's got a second chance at life after his murder charge, he's partially allowed some sort of mental freedom at Gravedigger Mountain, whereas he's surrounded by the best people for his best interests instead of being in prison awaiting his trial. Is it really the legal system that's out for Youngboy's head, or is it the simple fact that he's never learned this lesson due to the second chances and slap on the wrist he's got time after time again? Cause if you ask me, it lies somewhere in the middle, not just with the law targeting him cause he's a famous rapper. Youngboy's constantly just fucking up, and it gets to a point where at first you have sympathy for him cause you understand how hard his life was growing up with no father figure, him and his mom's not really having a good relationship, some of his relatives and best friends getting killed and locked up, and you compliment that with him being 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, and it makes total sense for him to get in trouble. But when you're now a 23, 24, 25-year-old millionaire and you have no reason to be involved in that life and you still indulge in it, the problem is you, bruh. But these are my thoughts and opinions about Youngboy's most recent arrest. Y'all be sure to leave y'all's down below. And why do you think Youngboy is always getting arrested so much? Is it a psychological issue, behavioral issue, or is it simply he just loved the life he used to live and can't escape it? Please let me know, cause I can't understand it. But like the video, comment, share, subscribe. Have a nice day.